Good morning, welcome to Vocab Voyage for today. You can always tell when it's a nice sunny day in the winter here because I look like a ghost because the sun's very bright off the snow. Ebola today, Ebola. 1 year on, 21,000 people infected, 8,000 people dead. At its peak, there were hundreds of new cases a week. We haven't heard about it so much in the news. Has it disappeared? No, it hasn't. It's still there. Last week in Liberia, 8 new cases. In Guinea, there were 20 new cases. In Sierra Leone, there were 100 new cases. But they are getting on top of things. They're getting on top of things through the way they said they would get on top of things from the beginning. The three methods: isolate sick people so they can't pass the disease on, bury people properly rather than letting the local people wash the bodies at home as per their culture, and third, as always, information. They got the information out there, and so the people know. Yeah.
Sorry, Matthew. Can we try that again instead of words?
Siri. GlaxoSmithKline. I'd like to say the nice people, but it's all about money for them. But yes, they have come up with a vaccine. It's been trialled in England. It's got to be trialled down in West Africa, and then maybe it's all go for a vaccine. If you've already got Ebola, a vaccine isn't going to help you. That way, then you're going to need antiviral drugs. They have also come up with antiviral drugs. So they're getting on top of it, but it is not over yet by a long shot. Still need heroic people down there to help stop and help save the sick people. This link, there's a little picture show at the bottom, and it's quite nice, yeah, about where Ebola came from. Next story, Plague Inc. What is Plague Inc? Plague Inc. is an online global pandemic game. It's a game about stopping a pandemic, much like Ebola threatened to be, a disease which spreads everywhere and kills lots of people. This online global pandemic game has raised $76,000 for the fight against Ebola. Good thing about this game is that it connects with people who wouldn't ordinarily be connected by the usual ways of trying to find charity money. Red Cross toka. These guys have done well. They play their game and they donate money. It also the link also says that educates people about the risks of Ebola. Yeah, any education is good education, but in that statement, I'm not sure what an otaku sitting on his computer playing a game he's not going to be in any risk of Ebola, so it's not really hitting the people they need to with that information. But any education is good education. Finally, as always, the bloody chimpanzees and gorillas are the losers. They are getting badly affected by Ebola. I didn't know this. I bet you didn't know this. Since 1990, 1/3 of the gorilla and chimp population has been killed by Ebola. Did you know that? I knew you didn't. Now, what has caused this? Deforestation. It so often comes back to people not treating the earth properly and the earth coming back. Ebola discovered in 1976, no real outbreaks until the 1990s. That was very funnily about the time when the huge deforestation efforts started in West Africa. How huge? Let me tell you how huge. Guinea, 80% of their forests have been chopped down. Liberia, half. Sierra Leone, in a couple of years, their forests completely gone. Now, deep in these forests, there are animals who have zoonotic disease. Now this is a new word for me, zoonotic disease. Disease which can be passed back and forth from humans to animals. Humans went deep into the forest, they came into contact with these animals with zoonotic diseases. Voila, Ebola epidemic. Thank you very much. The links and the transcript of this story will be up tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye bye.